Hello everyone and welcome to the Duel. Today I'm going to showcase the best Eldlich deck profile you can play in Master Duel. Friendly reminder before we start to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Now let's dive right into the deck profile. If you manage your resources correctly, you don't need more than 2 copies of Eldlich. Now we are of course playing triple copies of Pot of Extravagance, that is essentially Pot of Greed in this deck. And the only other spell that we're playing is 1 copy of Eldlixir of Black Awakening. We want to have it as another name in rotation, so we can set Conk and Huaquero directly from the deck. Now moving on to the trap lineup, we're playing triple copies of Torrential Tribute. You can really abuse this card by summoning one of your monsters and then Torrential Tributing for all the monsters on the field. This way we can trigger the effects of our traps in the graveyard so we can search the rest of the traps. This is why we're also playing the triple copies of Needle Sealing. This card works amazing against decks that want to special summon many monsters on the field and you can completely wipe them out. Moving on, we're also playing double copies of Trap Trick. This card essentially works as 2 other copies of any normal trap card that we have in the deck. Keep in mind that if you want to activate more traps in the same turn, you have to activate it last. This wouldn't be an Eldlich deck if we didn't play triple copies of Eldlixir of Scarlet Sanguine. This card is amazing because it allows you to get your Golden Lord on the field and at the same time you can banish it from the graveyard so you can later set your Conquistador and your Huaquero. Another amazing card for the deck is triple copies of Dogmatika Punishment. This card deals with any problematic monster your opponent controls, while you can also send very beneficial cards in the graveyard like NTSS or Scarlet. We are also playing double copies of Ice Dragon's Prison. You can steal a problematic monster in your opponent's graveyard and banish it alongside the monster on the field. As for the Solemn lineup, we're playing triple copies of Solemn Judgment because we always want to go first and protect ourselves from problematic spells or traps or negate a key summon for our opponent. And of course we're also playing triple copies of Solemn Strike because it allows us to go second really well. A really powerful and unfair card is 1 copy of Imperial Order. We're only playing 4 spells in our deck, so this card only hurts our opponent and we can get rid of it with the effect of Golden Lord. Now moving on to another unfair card, we're playing double copies of Rivalry of Warlords. We only play 1 type of monsters, but decks like Tri-Brigade or Zodiac want to utilize different types of monsters. Now moving on, we're also playing triple copies of Conquistador because it allows us to pop cards our opponent controls, and when sent to the graveyard it floats back to a Scarlet Sanguine. We're also playing double copies of Huaquero of the Golden Land because it allows us to banish key pieces our opponent has in the graveyard. In a similar manner, we can banish it to search for a Scarlet Sanguine. And in Konami's Infinite Wisdom, Vanity's Emptiness is allowed in this game, so we have to play it. Lastly, the fear of any DCG player is triple copies of Skill Drain. We really don't care about the side effects of this card because we have no effects on the field, all our effects are triggered in the graveyard. And moving on to the extra deck, we're playing a single copy of Eldlich and DSS because when we send it to the graveyard with the effect of punishment, we can destroy a card on the field. Fossil Warrior Scarlet fills the same purpose, but we can do it on our own turn. When Pegasus and Ignister allow us to shuffle back our opponent's card back into the deck when they try to attack us. Both our trap monsters are level 5 light monsters, so we can easily go into Pleiades. And since Golden Lord is a level 10, we can easily access the train package. We're playing a single copy of Rail Cannon for some burn damage, 1 copy of Rail Cannon Super Dora, and a single copy of Liebe to overlay on top of our other trains. This card can easily become a 6k beat stick that can run over any monster our opponent controls. And if for some reason our X's stay on the field, we can easily overlay them for Zeus. This card is really nice to have, but not necessary. What is necessary though is 1 copy of Linked Spider because it allows us to send our Conk and our Huaquero to the graveyard to trigger the graveyard effects. And Imduk fills the same exact purpose. Now moving on to some other utility cards, we're playing a single copy of Nightmare Phoenix in order to deal with the problematic back our opponent controls, 1 copy of Aswad Earth Charmer in order to link away our Link Spider with another monster that we have on the field, 1 copy of Lina the Light Charmer because we can easily steal our opponent's Veiler, for example, from the graveyard and easily go into Nightmare Unicorn, and then we can shuffle back our opponent's resources, and if we have another monster on the field, we can link Libe to access code and finish the game. Keep in mind that the extra deck is not really important in this deck, especially if you're a new and budget focused player. I highly suggest you getting all the main deck cards, and after that you can fill the blank spots with any large extra deck monster that you have in your possession. The Dogmatika Punishment is always live, and of course you have to max out the space in the extra deck so you can utilize the effect of Pot of Extravagance. Now I'm going to show you some really cool replays that my friend Yannis sent to the channel showcasing the deck in action. Now if you enjoyed the video or if you have any questions about the deck, I highly suggest you joining my Discord server, and you can find the link in the description. Also, if you want to support the channel in any way, shape or form, you can find the links there as well. Until next time, hope you all stay safe and I will see you in the Duel.